Right, guys, welcome once again to this market overview. Today it's Tuesday, the 15th of March. The time GMT right now for me is 10:20. So there are a few things I want to go through today. We're going to be taking a look at 4 or 5 pairs. I want to show you which pairs I've been involved with and I am currently involved with. I just got short the dollar cat, or let's discuss that when we get to it. First of all, let's check out the news for today. If you guys want to know what news site I'm using forexfactory.com. It's a really good site, basically for everything Forex. We have the forums, we have the news, we have the calendar here with the news. I don't really get involved with forums. I can tell you a story about the forums. I was on, what was it called? The Reddit. I was involved on the forums at Reddit just because, and of course, I was warned by the forums as well when I was learning, but to build up traffic and build up followers and stuff like that, I found it was important to go on the forums just to let people know that I was here. Not a good idea, because there's nothing that the people on the forums love more than just shitting over everything. That's basically everything. It doesn't even matter if you're right or wrong, or if your ideas are good or bad. They find a way to shit all over it. I remember there was this one time I posted an idea, a trading idea on the forums. And of course, guys, this is how my chart looks. I have the RSI as an indicator, and I have the ATR, and that's it. Basically, I use pattern formations and price action. But there were though these geniuses, and I think this idea was Gartley patterns, and the people on the forums just started shitting all over how many indicators I used. And guys, I preach when I'm teaching not to use a lot of indicators. Uh, it's important to know that the indicators are just there for indication and nothing more. And if you're gonna stack 4, 5, 6 indicators together, you're never gonna get the perfect trade. But nevertheless, if you want to use indicators and it helps you in your trading, go for it. But these guys just butchered me for using the RSI and the ATR. That's the last time I posted something on the Forex forums. I found it just not to be. It was not worth it, because I'm a person that wants to get involved. If somebody is shitting all over my ideas and my and what I do and what I post, I tend to listen to people. And in this field, this teaching field, if you're trying to teach someone, uh, it's just bad for your psyche, and you can tend to take it in, start listening to the naysayers, and that's just bad overall. So I decided not to get involved on the forums. But nevertheless, let's check out the news for today. So this is my main concern for today. These dollar news that come out at 12:30. I'm going to make sure that at 12:30 I will be I will exit all my trades, because this right here can infect your trades, just because there are so many, and this will most definitely have an effect on the market today. We have the core retail sales, we have the retail sales. Guys, if you don't know how this works, basically what this does is you can click the box right here, and it tells you a little bit about the news event, like the PPI, changes in price of finished goods and services sold by producers, right? Usual effect, if actual is bigger than the forecast, that's good for currency. And of course, if it's bad, worse than the forecast, then it's bad for the currency, right? So, and it tells you a little bit about why traders care. It's a leading indicator of consumer inflation. When producers charge more for goods and services, the higher costs are usually passed on to the consumer. So that's a nice little thing to know about the news event. And this is nice because you don't really have to know a lot about the economic states of the currencies. You get the gist of it, and like I trade the news, I try to stay away from these higher importance of news events. So that's how I use it. People, of course, trade into the news. Some people, the fundamental traders, that's fine. But if I carry on a little bit about because I was telling you guys about the forums, so I got a comment on one of my YouTube videos, and of course I encourage you to comment and share and like and all those things. Like I said, I tend to take the comments pretty seriously, just because I want to hear from you guys. And I got this one comment about a video, and the comment states something was a little bit of everything, not enough of anything. Right? Is that right? So basically what he was saying was the gist of some things, but not enough to, I don't know, not enough. And that's fine. Of course, I respect this person opinion, and to you, if you're listening, if you want to see something specific, I've told you in the past, you gotta let me know. These comments don't really help you or I, because I don't really know what you want to see and what you want me to get more specific about. So I tend to, and I try to make these videos pretty general. Of course, I'm not going to teach you guys how to trade via these market overviews or these YouTube videos. That's just not possible. So, but if you want to see something specific, you gotta let me know, and I'll try to make that happen. I've gotten some requests about specific things, and I've tried to help those people out via these videos, and I hope that you'll continue to let me know what you want to see. But like I said, these types of comments, I don't really understand why someone would do that or say that, but that's just me. But dude, if you want to see something specific, if you want my help, just let me know and I'll help you out. So let's take a look at the pairs, the market for today. Like I've said, 12:30, I will be exiting all my trades. I will be waiting for at least 15 minutes to see how the market reacts to these news right here. We got some smaller news at 2, and then for the New Zealand dollar we got the GTT price index. So, and that's 10. I don't know how to pronounce this word. Tentative. But anyway, I want to show you the trade I'm currently involved with, and I've been involved with since the open on Sunday. That's the Australian dollar, US dollar. I got involved. Let's zoom in. I got involved right here on this candle, or the open of the next candle. This is a nice structure area. I took this area, took this double top right here, and got short of it. Like I said before, I use the double tops to get a better risk to reward. And as you can see, this is how I measured my risk to reward. And yeah, that basically we did push a little bit above, didn't get stopped out, and then hit our target 1, and then I took half of my position, and target 2 has been hit, but I am managing it. So basically I am following the market and I'm moving my stops as the market goes down. So I'm still currently involved with half of my position on the Australian dollar, US dollar. We got a loss on the dollar yen, or was it? Yep, we got a loss right here on the New Zealand dollar, US dollar, and that's basically how the Aussie dollar is doing. So these pairs are correlating. Correlation, you can see Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, very strong correlation, and that's fine. I knew about that, so I was involved with the Aussie, got involved with the New Zealand, and you can say I was protecting my position, but of course I got long of this bad pattern right here and then got stopped out. I just got short on the, I was writing these down, on the dollar cat. Where's the dollar cat? Dollar cat. I just got short right here. I missed this cipher pattern. So here was technically our entry, but I just got short right here, I think. And what that does for me is I just get a better risk to reward. So I'm using all the same. Let me remove this. My entry is based on the cipher pattern. So this looks something like this. And basically what this does is 25, I'm 13, 20, 14, 25. That's my stop. So my stop is right here. And I'll be shooting for the 618. My two targets, 38 and this is 50. Two targets, my 30 and my 618. So this is basically how the trade looks. Of course, as you can see, the risk to reward is better than if I were to enter right here. And in some cases, you can get lucky and miss out on these patterns if you are not at your computer. Sometimes you're gonna kick yourself for not being at the computer when the market turns on a dime, like so. But sometimes the market will push above, and as you can see, we didn't close above the X, above our X, so this was still a valid pattern. The pound, and that's all I have to say about this thing right here. Of course, this is a nice entry because we're following the market. So the RSI is extremely overbought. So good thoughts on this trade right here, but let's continue. The pound yen. Let's see what we have on the pound yen. The pound yen, we have a cipher pattern right here. This is my problem with the pound yen. I haven't gone long right here, and this is why. The damn ATR on the pound yen is getting ridiculously high. So it's 46 right now. So on this large patterns right here, this is 60, so this is 98, so something like this. Like so, and I'm just placing the entry where the entry would have been. Something like this. And of course, guys, this is there's nothing wrong with the risk to reward per se, right? But I am not prepared to take this chance. This is 146 pips in risk versus the 200 pips in reward. Of course, decent risk to reward, but the chance, it's just too much. It's too much for me. Too much for me. But of course, this is a nice looking trade. The RSI is extremely oversold. So and we're following the current direction. So for you guys, if this risk is not too much for you, go for it. It's a great entry, great possibilities, and yeah. But like I said, it's too much risk for me. Too many pips. So let's continue on. We have the Euro Yen next. We had the bigger bat pattern right here, and this is a lesson to us all. Of course, I would like to have gotten short right here, but what's the problem with this right here? First of all, the problem is, not problem. It's a 4-hour pattern, right? So we have to take the ATR of the 4-hour, and that's 50, right? So we have number one, the ATR is gonna crush us, right? 80, so it's 120 or something. So that's too much to begin with. The second thing is we did not get filled. It doesn't matter if you take a look at now the 4-hour or the 1-hour. Fact of the matter is we did not hit the 886. We are let me just use this thing now. We are, or we were, 12 pips from hitting our target. And I'm all for front running and making sure you get filled, but front running by 12 pips is too much, right? I like to front run by about 3 or 4 pips. So on the Euro Yen, we didn't get an entry, right? What we're looking at now on the Euro Yen is we have, let's clone this bad boy. We have an ABCD. We have some fibs, I believe. We have the 1414 and the 1618. Something like this, right? As our entry area. We have the RSI extremely oversold. We have the structure right here. We have some more structure points somewhere back here, but I'm focusing on this point right here, the green line and the red box right here. So this could be a decent area for us to get long, but again, where is the problem? What becomes our problem? Our problem is we don't have any place to put our stops, right? Our stop would have to go under this structure point, and I would prefer it to go under this one, right? So what can we do if we want to get long on this trade? We could wait for a double bottom right here. Then we would be able to place our stops below the double bottom, right? So I'm not gonna go long right now just because I have the RSI oversold. We have some structure. We have an ABCD. We have fibs lining up. We have the retracement right here, the 50% inside. We have the don't quite get the 38. We have 38 right here. So this area right here, we do have a lot of confluence happening right now, but the fact remains that we can't hide our stops anywhere because of this big ass candle right here. So we'll have to be patient. We'll have to wait for a double bottom, or at least I have to wait for a double bottom because I have no place to put my stops, right? But we'll keep this one in mind. We have the dollar cat. I just told you I got short of the cipher. The Aussie cat. I have this written down here. I'm getting so organized. So the Aussie cat, we have a bearish bat pattern. You can see it better on the 15. Just for you guys to see it more closely. So this is basically what we're looking for. Push up and a entry on the bat pattern. And the ATR on the Aussie cat is relatively, or we are in the 15 minutes. The ATR is relatively nice on the Aussie cat. So this would look something like let's go short. If we get short on a dime, so this would look something like this. Whoop. Right, better than 1-to-1. So yeah, if the market pushes up, I'm thinking about the you could get short on the 15 minutes, making this a day trade. I think I like it a little bit better. Of course, you get the ATR at 10 or 8, so your risk would be smaller, but targets of hold. Yeah, I think I'm going to go short of the 15, just because I'm gonna keep the risk to what it is on the 1 hour. I'm gonna manage this if we get a push up and we get an entry. I'm gonna manage this on the 15 though. If we close above the X, making the pattern invalid, I will be closing the position, or at least trying to get out of the position. But yeah, I'm gonna keep the risk to reward like this for now. We're gonna see what happens. This is a long way to go, so, and we have the news coming up and stuff like that. So yeah, maybe a problem for another day. And if we get a entry here on the 15th inside my day trading hours, then I'm going to go short right here. Yep. All right, so that's all I have for today. Like I said, guys, if you want to see something specific, if you want to talk about something specific, leave me a line. You can leave a comment. Of course, you can leave a nasty comment. That's your choice. But the best thing for everyone is just stop watching me if you don't like me. That's fine. But if you do like it, like the video, you can share it, and of course subscribe to the channel. So yeah, that's all I have for today. So I will see you in the next one.